On Wednesdays, we wear pink. I'm in this lovely bow tie with my shirt that I cut the sleeves off. Totally the look for the show I'm going to. Also, welcome to part 3 of my week in London vlog. I'm seeing Mean Girls tonight, hopefully seeing Tom Zander as Damien, and I've got a little bracelet for him, just like I gave the Mincemeat cast. One sec. This is the one I made for Tom Zander. It does say too gay to function on it, but I'm too lazy to show you up close, and also I can't because it's really hard to see, but trust me, that's what it says, and it's for Tom. I'm really excited because I haven't seen him since he was in Book of Mormon as Elder Cunningham, and I'm really excited for him to be opening a new show on the West End. So I'm gonna head inside and show you my view when I get in, and then we'll do a little catch up. So I'm in my seat now. The amount of pink is overwhelming, but you'd expect that. It's a Wednesday, you wear pink. I'm very excited because I know now that Tom is definitely on, so I'm a little bit more excited than I initially was. Not that I wasn't, but I'm even more excited now because I'm sure he is going to be fantastic. I haven't seen him in a stage setting in 2 years, so this is really special, especially because he is originating it on the West End. That's just really lovely, and he deserves the award because he's an amazing actor. And yeah, right now I'm about to show you my seat view. I'm in G27 of the Circle. So far it looks absolutely phenomenal, so I'll catch you on the interview. So this was the front of the theatre. Weirdly enough, it reminds me of the Prince of Wales, and as you can see, this was my seat. I was at the front of the rear circle, which again, lovely seat, no one in front of me, and it was wonderful. Okay, so Tom is completely slaying. It's the interval. I'm loving this a lot more than the movie musical. That was a trash fire. That was a total trash fire. They changed so much and it just really did not translate to the movie scene. Also, I think it's because the movie actors, apart from Renee Rapp, I'm not shading Renee, but I'm having a great time. I love Tom and I can't wait to see him and give him his bracelet. Again, I've made so many more of these for different shows that I'm seeing this week. The most of them are for Book of Mormon. There are so many. I'm going to enjoy the rest of the show and I'll see you afterwards. So who would have guessed that the Mean Girls stage door is full of whiny kids and their parents that are disrespectful to the actors? No, but for real though, I saw Tom and he was lovely, and he took my bracelet and he remembered me from Book of Mormon, which is really nice because he was incredible and so lovely. But I'll catch you when I get back. Now, Mean Girls the musical was built for a stage, not for a movie. It was built for a stage. That movie proved to me how genuinely good the stage show was. So we obviously can't talk about Mean Girls West End without talking about Eleanor Skye and Tom Zander playing Janice and Damien. What can I say? They were incredible. Both of them were absolutely incredible. Their banter, their relationship, it was so cute and funny. And, you know, they support each other through absolutely anything. And they had one of the best relationships on stage that I think I have ever seen. It's one of those ones where you can kind of tell that the actors are all buddy-buddy backstage, because not gonna lie, that's not always the case. But so obviously both of their singing voices were fantastic. Tom was so gay and over the top, and it's such a different role than Elder Cunningham that I had so much fun. Like, I knew he could nail it, and he did. He really did. Revenge Party is one of my favourite songs. I know, basic. Call me basic. But they killed it. They absolutely killed it. You could tell that they put their own choices into the show, and that's what I love, like, seeing actors have the freedom to do that, and they definitely did. Like, you could see it, right? And it was really nice to see Tom, obviously, like, he remembered me from Book of Mormon. How it was 2 years ago, that's mental, but you know, it was really nice to see him and really nice to finally see the show, especially because he's originating the role in the West End. Like, that's a big leap for him. Tom's doing it all. So Charlie Byrne was Katie Heron, and I don't know why I went American for that. Anyway, Charlie Byrne was our Katie, and she was great. So much better than the movie one. Don't shoot me for saying that. However, she was great. I loved her, and the transition between her at the beginning being the new kid and then being the new Regina George, that contrast is so good, and it's also so powerful because that's the overall message of the show, you know, to not be a bitch, basically. I
I think what's really important about her banter with Janice and Damien is the fact that, you know, even when she is all-powerful, the queen bee of the high school, like, she still acts like their friend. She doesn't know that what she is doing is wrong, you know, and it's not until Janice confronts her that she's like, oh fuck, I'm an asshole, and, you know, it really gets her to start thinking and come back down to earth, you know, settle herself. And yeah, she was really good, and I loved her, and not gonna lie, she really looked the part. So props to Charlie. So Georgina Castle was our Regina George. She was phenomenal, and not gonna lie, she did everyone who has done the role before her, including Renee Rapp, justice. Now, I know this is a weird comparison, but what I said about Holly Sumpton as Ewan Montague in Operation Mincemeat, the way she carries herself, and she's just massive, that's what Georgina did. You know, she owned the room, she owned the space, and that really conveyed to the audience what her status was. Obviously, absolutely killer vocals. Worldburn was absolutely mental. She's fantastic. She's got the look, she's got the voice, she's got the attitude, like, she is perfect for this role, and again, really, really happy that she got to originate this in the West End, because I really hope this continues for as long as it deserves. Again, a long time, but I really enjoyed her performance, and yeah, she was fantastic. And finally, I want to talk about Gretchen and Karen, played by Grace Melt and Eleanor Geisy, and these two were amazing. Obviously, they're such different people. You know, Karen is stupid, but she killed it. She has a vacant expression, she never knows what's going on, she just kind of follows whoever's in charge. Whereas I feel like Gretchen is a bit more outspoken, which is probably why Regina always snaps at her, because she gets in the way all the time, you know. And obviously there is the song, I don't know what it's called entirely, but it is, the gist of it is What's Wrong With Me, and she has that quite a bit. And honestly, Gretchen is quite a complex character because she is hurt by Regina. She knows that her friendship isn't a real friendship, you know, but she keeps going, she keeps striving because it makes her popular. And yeah, these two were great. Absolutely fantastic, and they vibed with everyone else on stage really well, and with each other obviously, because that's important too, and with Georgina as Regina. That's so difficult to say. And yeah, those were my final thoughts on Mean Girls the musical in London. I really enjoyed it. By the way, the Savoy Theatre is really confusing, just want to put it out there, but I really enjoyed myself. And now for show 2 of part 3. I don't know if you can tell, I'm feeling very Moulin Rouge-y. So yes, I am going to Moulin Rouge this afternoon to see Dom Simpson and Tanisha, and I have some bracelets for them, I'll show them in a sec, but I'm really, really excited. I've got my corset on. I'm going to bake in this heat, but it's what we do. I think I'm gonna head to East Dulwich for some breakfast. They do really nice breakfast over there. Have some time to myself, read, edit, and then if I have time I might go back to the Operating Theatre Museum, because that place was really, really cool and I want to go again because there's so much that I missed last time. I like morbid things, okay? Don't judge. So this is the bracelet that I've made for Dom. It says "Come What May" on it, and it's really cute and I love it. And I sort of did it in Christian's costume colours there, you can see. Now, I've never actually met Tanisha at stage door, so if I don't see her, I'll just drop it off. But this is her bracelet, again, sort of themed after her costumes, and the red, which signifies her death. I think I've said that before. I'm a sucker for costumes having a meaning, as you can tell. But I just dropped it. So it does say sparkling diamond on it, and that's because she is. Not just a Satine, Tanisha is a sparkling diamond. But yeah, I'm gonna head over to East Dulwich on a train. I just love train rides. I want something relaxing for today, especially for what I have planned for tomorrow. So I'm gonna go, and I'll take you with me.
So my objective was simple: get to East Dulwich, have some breakfast. I saw this Mean Girls poster, which I was really, really happy about. I got to London Bridge from Waterloo Station, and then I was on a train straight to East Dulwich. I love this place. It just reminds me of my small town that I live in, and it was really, really nice. I went to Poached, although I think they have rebranded to the Golden Yolk. I could be wrong, but I did have some lovely French toast with mascarpone and banana, caramel, everything. It was so, so nice. And then it was back to Waterloo or London Bridge for the old operating theatre. Now, this is where the video took a turn. You know, I was filming for a little bit. You know, this place is really cool. I love morbid stuff, and it's insane. Like, I love this place. I think it's so worth it just to have a look around. I got a weird feeling, and I can't explain it. Right, anyone could call me absolutely mental. I'm just cutting in for a sec. I'm someone who feels very in tune with spiritual stuff and the paranormal, and I feel like this place has something. And I was just speaking to a staff member at the front, and even though she's not as crazy as I am, she gets scared at night. This is weird because I'm feeling like her. I'm feeling a presence, and it doesn't feel nice, but it's really cool. I'm gonna keep showing you around, but I feel like there's someone in here that isn't alive, so you cannot tell me this place doesn't even feel the tiniest bit eerie. I feel strange. So yeah, that's what I mean by this video took a turn. It took a turn, and you will see in a minute that it got really, really bad, like really, really, really bad, especially when I was alone in the operating theatre. I got a really, really bad feeling that there was someone else in there with me. But, you know, we live, we laugh, and we love. But it was really, really interesting. Like, oh my God, I love ghosts and the idea of it, and just getting to experience this. It was creepy, but like, come on. Okay, there's someone in here. I didn't think this would turn into a ghost thing, but it is. Yay. What's going on with the camera? I'm gonna pin you down and come back when I'm outside. Because what the fuck? Well, that was terrifying. What the hell was happening to my camera again? Told the staff members. Apparently no one's come to them with experiences, but a lot of people ask if it is. I think I need to go, because I think I was getting targeted. Not gonna lie, but I think I can cleanse my soul with Moulin Rouge. So let's head over to the Piccadilly. I swear to you, this theatre never gets less beautiful. Look at it, it's gorgeous. There's our boy, Dom Simpson. This will honestly never get old, guys. It's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. So for the first time, I actually got some really, really good pictures from the pre-show. This was my seat. I was in G7 of the stalls. Just as good as the Can-Can seats, honestly. They were amazing, and I love that you can see all of the detail from here. Someone's gonna need to stop me from collecting pins from every single show I go to. This was a set of 4 for £20. Holy fuck, that's a lot of money, but it is a Dom Simpson show. And I'm loving him, I'm loving the view. I think, listen guys, okay, first time I saw it, I was like, oh, the storyline's a bit cringe, it's a bit like, oh, you know, early 2010s teenage movies. And I'm eating it up, guys. I'm eating it up every single time. And I think it's because of Dom and Tanisha. But I digress, and I will be heading back inside with my new pins and watching Act 2, and I'm really excited, and I will see you afterwards. Here's a closer look at all of my pins. They are gorgeous, and I can't wait to put them on my bag. Guys, what the hell? I just had my first, like, fan encounter. These two girls came up to me like, oh my god, I've seen your videos. Guys, I'm getting there. I'm getting there, slowly but surely. I'm gonna get a drink and sit back down and I'll see you after the show. Guys, I'm sorry, they have themed cocktails. I did not know this. I have got to get one. A slight change of plans. I've just got out of Moulin Rouge. I saw Dom, I cried. What can I say? I've got the pins. I'm a Moulin Rouge fanatic now. I never used to be, but now I'm like eating this shit up. So, sorry to all the fans out there that got mad at me the first time. I am now a fan. Anyway, speaking of making changes to filming schedules, because I'm doing a 2-show day at Mormon tomorrow, I kind of want that to be its own thing, you know, a 2-show day for part 4. So, now you can join me as I go way down Hadestown. This is still really appropriate for the show, I'm surprised, because this is like the flower. I'm too good at this. I'm gonna grab a bite to eat and then I'll see you when I'm at Hadestown. I'm really excited for this West End transfer. I've been waiting for it for ages, so I can't wait to take you with me. So I made it to Hadestown. This theatre looks so similar to the Garrick Theatre where I saw Bonnie and Clyde, but it wasn't. I loved the posters on the outside, I loved the theming. It's a very, very appropriate theatre for Hadestown. The Lyric Theatre, are you kidding me? Anyway, yes, I was really, really excited. And they do themed cocktails, so I obviously had to get one. I got the Hades, which I'm pretty sure was like Prosecco, raspberry liqueur, something syrupy, I could be wrong. This was my seat. I can't exactly remember the number, so I'll just pop it on the screen here, but it was such a good seat, so worth it. But I did spend like a lot of money on it, but like you have to. Hey everyone, so I'm inside. I'm twinning with the flower on the programme and the poster. The stage is behind me. I'm really excited. We've got the main 5 people on, which is also really exciting because I wanted to catch them, especially because, again, as I said with Mean Girls, they're originating the roles on the West End, so it's really exciting. I've already showed you my seat view, B23 of the circle, and I will catch you in the interval. I got another pin badge, so I've got a little ice cream pot, as I said, tradition, you know, and I'm having a really, really great time. It's really fun, and I cannot wait to review this, but for now, I'm going to go enjoy the rest of this, and I'll probably see you sometime in the morning when I gather my bearings and I'm able to talk properly about this musical, because oh my god, it is that good. Hey everybody, it has been a hot second since I saw Hadestown at the Lyric Theatre. By the way, really, really good name for the theatre that has Hadestown, I must say. But it's been a bit and I'm ready to speak about it and I'm really excited, especially because we had Donal and Grace as Orpheus and Eurydice, because I didn't know this and it's really sad, but they are leaving in August. I think it's August 25th, but I am really happy that I got to see them, so I will obviously be talking about them in this review. So we can't talk about Hadestown without talking about how big this show is. The scale of the theatre, while it is a bit of a smaller theatre than what you're used to on the West End, it works so well and the stage is so intricate and everything is so perfect. I love the little like portal to hell that they have in the middle of the stage. I'm not gonna lie to you, as much as I love this show, before seeing it on the West End, I didn't watch Pro Shot. I didn't want to spoil the set and the ambience and just the feeling of it because I knew it would be brilliant, and it absolutely was. Now we also can't talk about Hadestown without talking about Orpheus and Eurydice. So Donal Finn played Orpheus, he is Irish. This is one thing I will say right now, so I don't have to say it for everyone else. I really like that everyone gets to keep their own accents. It is a fun thing that more shows should do if they are not set specifically in a certain country. Like Book of Mormon, for example, you couldn't have a British Mormon. That just wouldn't work, because the whole idea of it is they're all American, very cheesy, very stereotypical. But something like Hadestown, it gives the actors the freedom, more freedom I should say, to put a bit more of themselves into a character. And obviously if you're playing Orpheus, you have to have wonderful vocals, and Donal absolutely does. He's phenomenal, so talented, and he plays Orpheus as this very, very innocent lover boy who really just wants to make Eurydice happy, and he does want to marry her. That's like one of the first things he asks her, because he is very, very forward, he's very awkward, he's very, you know, he wants what he wants, and he wants to get what he wants, but not in a malicious way, you know, he just wants everything. He wants to make everyone around him happy by loving them. Obviously he does have his flaws. For example, the reason that Eurydice ends up in hell under Hades' command is because he was being neglectful, again, not on purpose and not with malicious intention. He was writing his song for her and the entire world to save it and bring back spring and bring back happiness and light and greenery and flowers. But, you know, he could have been paying a bit more attention to her, because then, by the time she's gone, I mean, there is something he can do. We'll talk about that. But, yeah, once she's gone, he doesn't know where she's gone. And he has the moment of realisation of, this was my fault, I've got to fix this, and I love that about him. He's not morally corrupt, he's just a bit more focused on himself and making other people happy, so much so that he focuses pretty much only on what he is doing. But yes, Donal was amazing, and he got on really well with Grace Young, who played Eurydice, who I'm going to speak about next. So Grace is also departing the show on August 25th, I checked. It is August 25th. And she was absolutely amazing. She's a bit more cocky and outgoing and confident, and that's kind of the person that Orpheus needs, because it's kind of like the other side to him, the side that completes the two of them and makes them both very compatible. So I like that she's a bit more headstrong and a bit tough, you know, and it takes her a lot of confidence to go to Hadestown and decide her own fate, because she thinks that Orpheus can't take care of her. As Hermes says a lot throughout the show, repeatedly, Eurydice is a hungry young girl, and we keep being reminded of that fact, because we have to remember what she is fighting for. She's fighting for herself. I'm not going to say she's selfish. Again, like Orpheus, nothing she does has malicious intent. She just wants what's best for her. And initially, obviously, she thinks that is Orpheus, especially after he shows her the start of his song and she's begging him to finish it. I suppose, in a way, she's kind of stubborn. She doesn't understand that these things take time and focus. And personally, I feel like things would have got a lot better if she'd waited for him to listen to her, or encouraged him a bit more to listen to her. And no one in this show is one-dimensional, but everyone has such an interesting personality and motives that get them through the story. Obviously, she has really, really great vocals. I mean, you have to. A, it's a musical. B, you are Eurydice. Yeah, she was phenomenal and really, really, really fantastic. And that whole bit at the end, spoilers, guys, spoilers, but the bit at the end where Orpheus looks back, dead silence. There is not a sound in that room from the actors or the audience, and it's such a tense moment, because the point is that they're going along, you know, and we have the song Doubt Comes In, where the fates are messing with Orpheus and his psyche,
making him think that she is not going to be behind him, that she is not going to follow him. But he does make it to the end. He makes it to the end, and we as an audience, if we don't know the story already, are meant to believe that it worked. They both got out of Hadestown because they trusted each other. That was the test. So to see that Orpheus got out the other side, got so excited that he would be met with his love, only to realise that he looked back too soon and she hadn't gotten out yet. That is heartbreaking. And the way they do it on stage is phenomenal, so I really just want to give props to that. So Melanie Berry played Hermes. Wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. I love that Hermes is a gender-neutral character. Obviously, she is playing Hermes, but like in the OBC, he is played by a male. And I just love that. I love that Hermes can be such an open character. And Melanie reminded me a lot of Rafiki in The Lion King. It's funny, going to a full week of shows, I've noticed in my reviews I'm comparing them so much, but I really want to point this out. Now, as I said in my Lion King review, Rafiki is referred to as Sangoma, someone in South African culture who is a healer, spiritual guide, someone who helps people find themselves and each other. And to me, that's what Hermes is. Hermes is this onlooker who is telling the story again and again. Kind of the gist of the first song, that she is retelling the story of Orpheus and Eurydice, and then at the end it goes back to the start because they keep on singing it because of how important it is. And especially as a lesson, the whole show, Hermes is teaching a lesson, not just to Orpheus and Eurydice and Hades and Persephone, but to the audience as well. It's a story about love and loss and forgiveness, trust, everything that you could want in a really good moral story. And another thing about Melanie that reminded me of just Rafiki's whole persona in The Lion King is how silly she is. Like, she's very funny, she's got a lot of comedy, a lot of connection with the audience, which I think is really important for a storyteller character, but she's not a narrator. She's not like someone who stands off to the side narrating the story. I like how she plays a part in the story, and then when she is not in a part of the story, she's an observer. She doesn't stand off to the side reading stage directions. She is watching and observing and listening. She's just such a powerful presence on that stage. She knows she's cool, and I love that about her. She definitely got some of the most cheers out of that night. And I don't blame the audience, I was one of them. But yeah, Melanie is fantastic. Her voice is amazing. Her chemistry with the cast and the audience is fantastic. Costumes very swanky. I love her wig. But overall she is very entertaining, and I really hope that with the new Orpheus and Eurydice that come about, I can see the show again and see her again as Hermes. She was great. Now, Zachary James played Hades. Now, this is gonna sound like such a stupid comparison, but I'm comparing him with Regina George. So hear me out, okay? In this video you have already seen me talk about Mean Girls, and one thing I said about Regina is that she is very big. She's massive, she owns the stage and the space, and the people around her know it. And she knows it. And that's the exact same thing that Zachary does. He owns the stage. He knows he is the power on that stage and in that room and with these characters. Also, gotta love a baritone. His singing is so good. He's very intimidating. But he loves Persephone. He has a wife, you know, and he wants to make hell a place that she can enjoy as well. And that's pretty much his motive throughout the show. Again, Hades doesn't have any malicious motives. I don't think anyone in this show does. Everyone's just very morally corrupt and very, this is me, I care about myself. Because it is shown that he does care about Persephone, but not necessarily what she wants. You know, she wants to go up to the surface and spend spring with people and bringing flowers and fauna and greenery and light and love to the place, and he just wants her with him. And ultimately that, and him trying to keep her there, is what turns her away from him. It makes her resent him, and in her costume she starts to wear black throughout the show until the very end, because she's in mourning. She's mourning her relationship with Hades until Orpheus shows them the song that he was writing, which is their song, which is just, it's such a good story. I love how you can tell that Hades is very conflicted with himself and what he wants for his relationship and his marriage. Even when in those moments where Persephone is turned away from him and is mourning their relationship, he's trying, and he tries to reason with her, she tries to reason with him. And in the end, when they reconnect, it's really, really powerful. And yeah, moving swiftly on to Persephone, Gloria Onatiri played Persephone. She's gorgeous, let me just say that. Her in those costumes, wonderful. Persephone's green dress has always been one of my favourite costumes in the entire show. It's just so bright and colourful and fun, and that's what she is. She's a party girl. And Gloria definitely nailed that sort of vibe. She was fantastic, and kind of like Persephone, she is very... kind of like Eurydice. She's very pushy, she's very headstrong, she's very, very bold, and she knows what she wants. When, you know, Hades disappoints her and shuts her down and shuts her away, she realises that he is the higher power. She can't do anything. So in that black dress, she is also technically mourning herself. It's the death of spring, it's the death of her happiness. And I just think she's great. She's wonderful, and I love Our Lady of the Underground. That song, killed it. Amazing vocals, amazing stage presence, love her energy. Gloria is wonderful. So really quickly, the three fates: Bella Brown, Ali Daniel, and Madeline Charlemagne. These three, their vocals work so good together, and obviously that's kind of the idea. They're sort of one entity played by three people, and I noticed that they all have separate personalities as the fates, which really works because it creates this very, 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 very in-depth character that is more of an idea than a physical being, because it embodies Orpheus's doubt when they are leaving Hades Town. It embodies everyone's negative emotion and manipulates them, and God, they were good. Ali's voice especially, she can go low, and I loved it. Also, they just look so gorgeous. They're so good. They look perfect. They look like a perfect harmony, and it's wonderful. Massive shout out to the entire ensemble. All of them were fantastic. I think we had a couple of swings on, I couldn't tell you to be honest, but shout out to everyone in this company. Everyone is wonderful. I love how they have the band playing on stage. It's just a lovely addition, and the way that they also get shouted out by Hermes as the band members, like, it's wonderful, and it's nice to see recognition for other people who are behind a production. And I like how they also play a part in the show, like they are also characters. So yeah, overall the show was really fun. I'd love to go again, and I really can't wait to see who the next Orpheus and Eurydice are on the West End, but I think that cuts it for part 3. I hope you enjoyed, and next time it will be Book of Mormon, my 2-show day at Book of Mormon, with a very, very special surprise. So stay tuned for that, but I will see you next time. Bye bye.